Hello. I was getting carried away there doing something else and realized, it is time. So thank you for being here, just trying to get the camera and the light working today. So hopefully that works out, and excuse the dinging in the background. I'm not really sure what's going on. So welcome to Monday Night Live. Here we are in May already. Can you believe that? May. It's Yvonne here from Women's Fitness Adventures. Thank you so much for joining me. And May is a great month. May is about celebrations. We turn 8 years old on the 6th of May, to be precise. And let me just adjust my chair. And there's lots of milestones that happen in May. So 6 years or 8 years old in May, 5 years of 4 years of doing Stadium Stomp. We just did that on the weekend in Brisbane, and we've also done the Adelaide one. It's 1 year on since our 5 kilo all over the place, 5 kilometers for 5 days. But it's probably our 6th year of what was Saturday Night Live, Sunday Night Live, now Monday Night Live. So lots happening, lots of milestones, and I'll talk through milestones soon. So if you are watching, thank you so much. If you are in Queensland, another long weekend, this is the last of them. It seems like we've been having them all the time. Drop me a note and let me know where you're watching from. So we've got Vanessa from Karoy. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Annie from Noosa. And hi, Chrissy in Caboolture. If anyone else, I know there's a lot of you watching. I can't see you. Remember, I say this every week. So unless you drop in and say a little hello, I do not know who you are. I can't see you, even if you do that. Hi, Meg. Hi, Margaret from Nanango. Lovely to have you here. Thank you, Meg, for the wonderful happy birthday Women's Fitness Adventures messages. Hello, Leanne. Hello, Kristen. Back again. Nice to have you back here as well. Hello, Lynn from Darwin. On holidays, I think, Lynn. So lovely to, I think, Lynn, I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, you're isolated up in Caloundra. Oh, sorry to hear that, Janet. It's not very pleasant. I am finally out. I am excited. And hello, Janine, as well. And Alvina. Alvina, we caught up yesterday. Hope, Alvina, that your calf muscles are nowhere near as sore as mine are. I'm really struggling to walk up and down my stairs. That's what you get from having a couple of weeks off with COVID and not doing anything. And hi, Cherie, heading off tomorrow to Royal National Park, and hi, Kay, as well. So thank you, everyone, for joining me for Monday Night Live. A bit of a different one tonight. I'm going to share, Doran, I'm sorry, Lynn, not Darwin, and Lorraine from Yeppoon. We're all over the place today, and yes, your calves are very sore, so I'm glad I'm not alone. We have a very different Monday Night Live tonight. Some of you may know my story or the Women's Fitness Adventures story, and some of you may not. So I'm going to share it, and I'd love your comments along the way. If you've heard it before and I leave something out, just remind me, or you'd like me to add something back in, then please let me know. And hi, Suze, lovely to have you here as well. So yes, we are 8 years old this month, and 25%, so 2 and a bit of those years have been in a pandemic. So when I look back, and I'm not one to look back and celebrate achievements. I'm one that really, I don't know if anyone else is the same, that thinks they have a list of 100 things to do, and you finish one thing and just move on to the next thing. So I'm a bit like that, and I need to stop and smell the roses a little bit more, because 8 years in business is quite a significant achievement, and 2 and a bit of those being in a pandemic is even a bigger deal when I look back over really what has transpired over the past couple of years. And hi, Gillian, Julian, hi, Kerry, hi, Karen, and hi, Margaret. You're looking forward to May challenges. Yes, they'll be out soon. So one of the things that I want to share about my story is, if I had sat down 8 years ago on the Great Ocean Road hike, which is where, it was probably just a couple of weeks before, a little bit before that I thought about it, and said to myself, I'm going to start a fitness adventure company for women, and it's going to look like this. It's going to have global members. It's going to have this amazing community of women who support each other. There's no judgment, just ongoing, I guess love would be the word, in every member wanting every other member to succeed. It teaches hiking skills that are very specific to women, and women, over 50 generally. It takes women on adventures all over the world. It basically teaches women to hike and gives those foundational skills. And when you have those skills, you can literally hike anywhere else in the world. And it delivers all these other things, and book club and And if I had sat down 8 years ago, on the sand on the Great Ocean Road and said, that's what this is going to look like, I probably would have given up. I would have not known the path ahead and thought to myself, that is so daunting, that is so big, how on earth do I get there? I would have freaked out probably. And so what I did though was I held on to a vision, I held on to a dream, and ever so slowly I took steps forward. And I know for some of you watching, whether you're watching live or the replay, and if you're watching the replay, please let me know, that sometimes taking that first step can be really daunting, because we see the whole picture and we think, oh my gosh, this is too big, this is too overwhelming. But the reality is we don't have to do the whole picture at once. And some of the things that are happening inside Women's Fitness Adventures are evolving. And as you know, our challenges that come out every month or every other month are things that evolve. And, we don't have to know all the answers, but we do have to have the willingness and the resolve. And I guess the belief in ourselves that just taking that next step and then the next step and the next step, with every step we build momentum, with every step our resolve and our confidence gets stronger as well. And when people buy into you and your dream, and that's all of us when we choose to book onto a hike or couch to mountain or, our 100K adventure ready, when that's there, when you get that validation from within inside yourself that you are moving in the right direction, it's a really powerful thing. And, it's very hard to look that far in advance. But when you look backwards, you think, yeah, I just took those tiny, consistent steps on a regular basis. So why do I do what I do? And I'm often asked this. And for a long time there, I was it seemed the only person in the world that decided to start their own fitness adventure company. And I would get lots of inquiries from all over the world. And that's changed a little bit in the last couple of years as more people have cottoned on to the idea that, there's a big wide world waiting to explore, and, finding your community that you'd like to do it with. And hello, Michelle from Narangba as well. So thank you for dropping in. Let me just get rid of that. So why do I do what I do? And it's always been my driving force. So I think I might have said this, I've been collecting women for a long time. In high school when I moved, being the new kid on the block, I really had Noosa High where I went to didn't have, new people, were just run of the mill. And, I didn't like my first couple of days there. So when new people came, especially girls, I would gather them and make sure that they were comfortable. Then when I moved to Sydney, I started a women's lunch club where once a month we would all go out to lunch and bring a friend and try different restaurants, and just as a way to meet people. But then I moved for the past 16 years, I've been in the women's health, physical and wellness space. And I have worked I have a marketing background, for those of you who don't know. I work for some big companies around the world. And I also have a personal training background as well. I've owned a gym, and I have when I say I work for marketing, I worked for a global women's fitness chain and traveled around the world and met with many business owners and and the founder, a big entrepreneurial founder over in Texas. So over the past, 16 years, I've seen lots of women come into my world and lots of women go out of my world as well. And as women, it's very hard for us because we nourish and we nurture all the time, it's very hard for us to put ourselves first. But I knew that when we had a goal, that, we would generally, 99% of us move mountains for that goal that meant something to us. We would move mountains for that to happen. But why do I really do what I do? Because it's about life and all that life brings. And life is hard. And, there's no doubt about that. And, we're told no from a very young age. No, stop, don't do that, don't do that. But I've found that the fitter and stronger that we are, it's, life doesn't get easier, but we're able to handle some of those ups and downs a little bit easier. And I say this to all our functional fitness women who show up every Thursday to the live training with me, is that when we are fitter and stronger physically within ourselves, we're stronger. And when we're stronger physically, we are able to do more things. We have confidence. And when we have confidence, we have choices. And when we have choices, we have freedom. The freedom to do what you want, when you want, how you want and for whatever reason. And being physically fit keeps you in the loop of being able to have those choices and being able to have freedom. And, you know, we can be coming at it from a spot of, oh my gosh, have I left it too late? And I'll share a story about that soon. Have I left it too late? You know, I'm in my late 50s or 60s, and I haven't been able, you know, haven't done anything for a long time or before. Is it too late? I don't want to be without choices and without freedoms. Or it may be, you know, that you've been physically active and moving in whatever that means for you most of your life and you're in a good place. But regardless of your starting point, I know that, you know, every little thing that you do positive forward from today or yesterday or whatever day it was is going to make such a difference to your future. But how did my story unfold? Some of you may know this. And if you've got any comments or questions, please ask the questions away, because I have, you know, over the past 16 years, chatted, and, you know, I love a chat with thousands and thousands of women, all on their own fitness journey. And I'm not going to say I know what makes women tick, but I have a fair bank of stories that I could probably share if you have a particular situation that you'd like me to have a chat with you about. But how it unfolded was I had a very stressful corporate job in marketing for this global fitness chain. And I was also running my own gym. But I decided to leave that corporate role, and I wanted to go on a hike. And that hike that I wanted to go on was not, it's just like the movie Wild, Cheryl Strayed, although I wasn't quite as extreme as her, was the Great Ocean Road hike of over 100 kilometers. Now, many of you watching may have been on that hike already. And some of you are coming back with me on our birthday one Monday week. And there is a big shout out. There's one spot we've had a last minute cancellation. So if you want to be part of this anniversary hike, then please message me at least Monday week from Melbourne. And so I put a note up in my gym that I was going on a walk. Did anyone want to come with me? And just no ordinary walk. It's 100 kilometers, and I don't really know what it looks like yet. And within a couple of hours, 12 women who didn't have any detail said, we're coming with you. And over the course of that week, Women's Fitness Adventures was born. It was about the second day, and they all said to me, when are we doing this again? And it wasn't so much where we were hiking or what we were doing. Sure, the scenery is amazing. You know, the ability to be out there every day, just responsible for yourself. You know, we don't, as women, have the opportunity to step away from our responsibilities, whatever they are. But it was the transformation. It was and we saw this with Couch to Mountain as well. It was, yes, the destination is amazing. It is fabulous, whatever destinations we go to. But it's the transformation. It's about who you become when you are on that adventure. And those skills that you learn, yes, we teach you the hiking skills, we teach you the hiking fitness, but it's those skills that you learn about yourself, those strengths that you build on from the simple act of doing and giving yourself time to be you in nature that actually make a transformation. And I know from our Couch to Mountain, it wasn't, in the end, it was about getting to the summit, but it was about who we became along the way. You're right, Mandy, it's the journey. So I'm just going to check in with a couple of comments here. Mandy says, I'm sure that I resonate this from many. Life with Women's Fitness Adventures has such an amazing and positive impact on us all. What you have created, see, I don't read these in advance, is nothing short of amazing, and the community within is very special. Thank you very much, Mandy. And Jennifer says, 1 week to Great Ocean Road. Yes. And Christine asks, do I get bored with doing the same tour more multiple times? That's a great question. No, because on every adventure, it will never ever be the same. So the same number of people. So Great Ocean Road, we take. There are 11 of us, including me, and those 11 people will never ever be together again. Those moments in time are so unique to that adventure. And the things that we see, the conversations we have, the moments, the laughter, the magic that we've created along the way makes every adventure different. And you get to see and learn different things. So, for example, the Cinque Terre in Italy, which we have done 4 times now, and I've done it once as a family holiday and twice after that. We're going back to next year. But one of the things, we were on hiking with one of our Italian guides and needed the bathroom. He said, there's no bathrooms here. And I said, oh, no, there is. And I knew of this secret bathroom high up on the cliffside of the Cinque Terre that everyone just looked at me and was totally amazed. So you would think, yes, you do the same thing over and over, but no, because it is the, the scenery is there. It's always spectacular, but the company and the conversation and the transformation that happens is probably even more magical than the places that we go. And I love it. And hi, Simone. And Karen, who's been with us from the very beginning, your story is about an idea that I held to and shared. And we all have stories, ideas, and belong to a caring and supportive community. And you're absolutely right, Karen. And I'm going to touch on a couple of stories from our very first members as well. Yeah, and we love, love, love that Cinque Terre. That is quite amazing. So I went on this hike. I took the ladies on the hike, and halfway through they asked, when are we doing this again? And that's when I came home and Women's Fitness Adventures was born. And it's a bit like when you book onto a hike or you book into something or you make a commitment to something and you have no idea how it's going to work out, but you know deep in your heart that it's the right thing to do for you. And if anyone has ever been in that situation for, whatever it might be, where you know that it's the right thing to do, you just don't know how you're going to get there, then drop me a note here, because I'd love to know that I'm not the only one who has that vision. And Chrissy says, I love how your face lights up when you talk about women's fitness. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is very near and dear to my heart. And I often think, if I could do anything in the world, I'd be doing exactly what I'm doing. So we went on the hike to the Great Ocean Road, and it literally grew from there. Within 6 months, I still had some things to tidy up in my, the work I was transitioning from. So I built the website from scratch. I had no idea how to build a website, but I knew that this was the way I wanted it to work. So I'd get up every morning and go downstairs and learn how to build a website. Luckily, there was a lot of cut and paste things happening back then. And I didn't know about PayPal. I didn't know about, any of those things that went into building a website. But I just knew that if I held on tight to my dream, that somehow the path would begin to unfold. And it did. And I say this for those of you that are booked on hikes, and sometimes, you may question yourself along the way, or even if you're thinking about, now with the world opening up, that you may want to go somewhere that you've held on to a dream for a couple of years. How do you get there? How do you start? That if you believe in that dream enough and have faith in yourself that you'll find the way, then you will find the way. And, we can all blow ourselves up with self-doubt. Goodness me, if I had stepped away for every moment that I felt down on myself or had self-doubt that this wasn't going to work. And believe me, there were some very dark days in the last 2 years with the pandemic. It would have been really easy to walk away. But then so many of you would never had the opportunity to meet each other, to change your life through fitness and through adventure and through getting to know each other and the wonderful support that you see. So, if you feel like that about anything that you've committed to, whether it's a hiking adventure with us or elsewhere, or something else in your life, believe in yourself. Everyone has down days. Everyone has moments of despair and feeling like giving up. But it's just that consistency, and it's that, for me, it's the fitness. It's that getting that baseline of fitness, which is why COVID drove me nuts, because I couldn't get out, I couldn't do anything, and I realized just how important my health really was. But then I've known that, which is why I've been in this space for a long time. So I haven't had any questions. I'm assuming my story is so compelling that you're all just waiting on the edge of your seat, holding your breath. But I'm sure many of you have questions, so please ask away. I'm more than happy to answer. So yes, we went on the Great Ocean Road hike. If you received our newsletter today, then you will know I put a picture of me in there. I was 46 at the time. So if you look closely, you could probably enlarge and see that I've got a bit blonder, but covering up grey hair, and I've got a few more wrinkles, but I'm still the same person that I was, probably just more, probably more passionate now, because I've seen the impact of what all of our members make happen inside Women's Fitness Adventures. But what happened after that was quite interesting, because I had been looking around for different groups to do things with, and I couldn't find one that worked for me. I wanted one, I was never particularly sporty at school. I would always, I think some of you might have heard this, and when we had to do athletics days in primary school, I'd fake an ankle roll in the first 5 meters and pull myself out of the race, because I'm not competitive. I didn't want to be first or last or anywhere in between. I just wanted to do my own thing. And I played some team sports and stuff, but the competition was always with myself. It wasn't about whether I won or lost or where I stacked up. So when I was looking around for different groups, I wanted one that was not competitive, and one that didn't judge, and one that didn't mean I had to be an expert before I started. There was so many things that I wanted to try that my husband, he loves water, so he didn't want to do some of those with me. So many things that I wanted to try, but I didn't want to be the only one who didn't know how to do it. And so I looked around for a lot of things, and I couldn't find what I wanted. So that's when I started Women's Fitness Adventures, because I knew that there had to be women like me out there that wanted to do similar things to what I did, that didn't matter what we were wearing or what car we drove or where we went to school or grew up. It didn't matter that we didn't know how to do it. What mattered is that we cared about each other and wanted to have a good time and wanted to learn and get strong physically. So we could take on the next challenge and see the world and really just, appreciate the world we live in and appreciate what our bodies can do as well. But I also then found that, in those early days, there wasn't a lot of information like there is now around what gear and equipment to take, how to teach my body how to hike, how to teach my body how to get strong, what muscles to strengthen, what skills I needed. And, there's lots of companies out there that will say you need all of this gear for a hike, and, you don't. But I learned the hard way and spent thousands of dollars buying and testing all, which is fun, lots and lots of equipment, but I didn't really need that. I could have put that money towards adventures. And I was just chatting with someone, I was chatting with someone the other day about she goes to a gym, and how she had told her personal trainer that, and I can say this because I am a personal trainer, that she wanted to strengthen her muscles for hiking, and all they were giving her was squats and lunges. And we got chatting, and it's so much more than that. The whole body, if we get every muscle working as it's supposed to, it will minimize our chance of injury on a hike. It will maximize the powerhouse muscles, and strengthen our core and all sorts of things, so that when we finish our day's hiking, and if we're on a multi-day, the next and the next, we're enjoying every aspect of the hike, not holding up our body and persevering to get through the adventure. So all of those things weren't around. So I created my own, and our program Hike About is functional fitness and hike training. It's an in-person one in Brisbane. But because I couldn't find my own program, I started it, and it's been going for 8 years now. Our Couch to Mountain program is exactly the same, where we teach, train and take women from all over Australia and the world, if they were to show up, teach online and take them on an adventure. And we've got some more programs coming out as well. Oh, thanks, Joe. Hip, hip, hooray. And Joe's been with us for a long time as well. So all of those things, we may look at the hiking world for women now and see that there's lots and lots of things out there and lots of opportunities, and there is. But certainly when we started 8 years ago, we were a bit of a pioneer, and that information that is so freely available out there now wasn't. So we crafted our own, and are really proud of our achievements in that. All of our members who book into our adventures and follow our programs, because we can give you the plans and we can give you the programs, but it's up to you to follow them. Everyone who follows the programs is successful on an adventure, and testament to that is our Kokoda in New Guinea trail, where all of the women on that adventure, there were 12 of us, I think, were successful, no injuries, and that is one grueling adventure. So that's testament to the programs that we stand behind. But let me share a couple of stories for the past of some members. One of our ladies who I wrote in today's newsletter came on our very first Great Ocean Road hike. And when we dropped her at the airport, her husband was there waiting for her. And he said, "What has gone on? You are just glowing. You are amazing." And she said it was the best holiday that she had ever been on. And when we asked her why, she said, "It's because I did it for me. And when I travel with my husband, and they're very well traveled, I can default to him for the planning, or I could default to him for the packing or where I need to go, or I follow, or we're doing it for some other reason. But I did this one for myself and realized just what I could do," which is pretty amazing. And, as this member becomes towards the age of 70, I have known her from my gym days. And so she has been, active and fit from, I've known her since her early 50s. And, as a 70-year-old, she is amazing, and she credits that to consistently showing up and exercising regularly. And it's not hard exercising. It's, just the consistency of showing up and knowing the right things to do. And she'll be hiking for a long, long time to come. But also her comment is she wished she had started sooner. But it doesn't matter because she started. And I think that's an amazing thing. And Mandy says, "I'm amazed at how strong my body has become, and I don't have to go to the gym, all from home." Yeah, absolutely. It's quite amazing, isn't it, Mandy? Then there's also Karen's story, and you'll know this one. Joined us, and we've known each other for a long time as well, Karen, right back at the beginning. And it was for friendship and support as well as the fitness. But, as we, perhaps live alone or work in isolation, and no more so than now, the world is becoming quite isolated. And if we don't make an effort to get out there, then how does anyone know, if something were to happen to us? Or how do we make new friends? The world is a lonely place. And I hear this all the time. I'm looking for new friendships. And part of our community is creating new friendships, and our online community. All of you chat like old friends from our members who are watching. And if you don't know each other in person, we hear each other on our active walks. And then when you do show up, visibly when we do this or have our webinars and stuff, it is so nice. And when we connect in person, which will be, more and more of that happening, it's like old friends. And we would never have met had we not had this connection in common. So I'm just going to share, if you are watching and you're not a member and you'd like to be involved, then you can visit our website and click on Join Membership. It is open right now. And then there's Susan's story. And again, I've known Susan for the 15 years. These three ladies did work out at my gym, and then came to Women's Fitness Adventures because they knew the value of and the importance of looking after themselves with exercise and movement every day. Margaret says, "Lucky for me, Women's Fitness came along at the right time and filled a gap." And lucky for us, Margaret, as well. You're an amazing member. And Susan's story is, she has been a member since pretty much when we started. She said, "You're organized, you show up. I don't have to organize it. And I now have the skills and the knowledge and the confidence to be able to do what I want." And that's been a gradual thing, to be able to hike where I want, when I want. And that's been a gradual thing that has built up over time. And as I said, it's that connecting it forward, looking forward, and then connecting it backwards. So that is my story, and I shared in the newsletter, if you're a member and a non-member, you would have received your respective newsletters today, is that, the number one, there's lots of insights, but the number one insight that I shared today, or the first insight, was that it was Merline's story of I did it for myself. And if I hear, when women join us, they say, I wish I hadn't have waited so long. And I don't know what it is that holds women back. And I was just chatting to one of our other members, Helen, before this about the Couch to Mountain program. And, perhaps it is that, and actually Trish, one of our members, said this to me as well. She said, I couldn't see what was on the inside till I got on the inside, and I realized just what I had been holding off on was exactly what I needed. So if that is you, if you aren't a member, or if you are a member and have a friend, now is a great time to join. So I'm going to love you and leave you in just a moment. But as I said earlier, it is May, the month of celebrations. So we do have a member challenge coming up this month. It's short and sharp, so you'll hear about that soon. It is our 8 years, and as I said, we've got one spot on our Great Ocean Road 8-year commemorative hike. We have 4 birthdays on that hike, and we have our anniversary. So cake by the ocean for us as we celebrate some milestone birthdays on that adventure. So there is one spot left. You can jump onto the website now and book into that one. It does leave Monday week. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Gillian says, thank you for your vision, endeavour and persistence. We all benefit now. Oh, thank you. Well, I benefit from all of you because you guys give me the nourishment and the energy to keep going. So that is one of many stories. Next week, I will be coming to you live from the Great Ocean Road. We will be down there, so that's where Monday Night Live will be. I will have Mandy, our South Australian ambassador. She's on our adventure too. So Mandy will be on Monday Night Live, and I'll see if I can convince some of the others to be on Monday Night Live. And they're always fun when we're out on an adventure and do Monday Night Live. And if you'd like a bit of a preview, you can head back to September 2019, head on to the Facebook page, look up videos and find our Japan Monday Night Live, and it is a blast. So I encourage you to do that. So that's it from me. I do hope to see you around this week. Lots going on inside the membership, lots going on outside the membership. We popped up a couple of adventures for next year as expressions of interest, and details of those will be out soon. So thank you for watching, and I do look forward to catching up with you next week on Monday Night Live. See you then. Bye.